Good evening, gamers, and we are already live with SassyFlygon versus Sharp.
Yeah, and sorry about that. We just had they just started in the middle of the set already. That being said, though, I actually have not seen Sharp's Corrin before. Haven't seen a lot of Sharp on Wi-Fi. Just seen mostly his Sheik offline. So tell me a little bit about it.
So Sharp, didn't start out as a Wi-Fi warrior. Obviously, playing in both the New England and the Rhode Island scenes. But after quarantine began, you could definitely have started to call Sharp a Wi-Fi warrior. He's always up there at those big Wi-Fi events. He's always trying to place in those top 8s, but he's usually playing with his offline mains. You see a lot of the Joker, you see a lot of the Wolf, you see a lot of the Sheik. I think this is maybe the 3rd time I've ever seen the Corrin. It's not too often that you see this character come out from him, but I guess it's working out against the Luigi already. We've seen him rack up a lot of % in the short amount of time we've been watching. SassyFlygon kind of struggling to get past the disjoints, and yeah, right there getting caught by the F tilt sent to the blast zone.
Yeah, right now I just we kind of missed how the game began a little bit, so it's a little bit difficult to say where this is going to be going. Of course, this is just a game 1 and a best of 5. So much room for adaptation to be happening. That being said, right now fantastic forward coming from Sharp, being able to clank with the Zero on his way up, and thus being able to recover successfully. Yeah,
but keep in mind it's Luigi. So Sharp's advantage could completely crumble here. If SassyFlygon manages to get 1 kill, they could just immediately end the game with a subsequent grab. So it's definitely still an uphill battle. It's definitely still a factor that Sharp needs to be super duper careful of. He needs to take the stock now as soon as he can with these aerial chains, which Corrin excels at stuff like that.
Yeah, and honestly, right now, Sharp is just sort of taking his time. He's playing really patiently. He's not going in too hard. The one time he does extend, though, SassyFlygon is able to find that back throw. So, the last % that Sharp really wants to be at right now is at 0 against the Luigi. Because look at Sassy. He's fishing. He's... Oh.
And there it is. Oh, no. Oh, Sharp, no. Sharp. What's the opposite of a commentator's curse when you say it and then it comes true? Because
the commentator's prophecy.
The commentator's prophecy, because I just prophesied Sharp getting 0 to death the second he lost to stock, and there it was. Yeah. Very, very unfortunate for him right there. But you're playing Luigi. It's always a factor there. And like you mentioned, 0% is actually the last place you want to be against the Luigi.
Yeah, anything past 7%, okay, now we're chilling.
Honestly, if I was Sharp when SassyFlygon was throwing out all of those, no,
doesn't get it. Good SDI in. SassyFlygon was not ready for that mix-up. Perhaps he was just outside of the % threshold. However, the damage output does not stop. Able to get the fireball into the forwarder. Already 98%. That is just really, really good damage.
Yeah, when SassyFlygon was throwing at the end of last game, when he was just kind of throwing out those fireballs while Sharp was at 0, if I was Sharp, I would have kind of just hopped into the fireball and taken the %. Would have been worth it.
Yeah,
it would have gotten him outside of the 0 to death range.
Yeah, and not just that, but Luigi is actually unable to follow up from his fireballs at close range. He'd really have to be a very, very far distance away for him to actually get it to be plus on hit. That being said, Sharp needs to be a little bit more careful about the way that he is landing on SassyFlygon's shield. I feel a lot of his damage was coming from that, even though he was spacing himself well. That's definitely where Corrin's biggest weakness compared to other sword characters is, right? That she's not very safe on shield.
Yeah, Corrin does a great job in the air, does a great job on the ground, but his biggest disadvantage is on shield. If your opponent is just kind of sitting there neutral on shield, it's going to be a struggle. And a great edge guard from Sharp, just lingering off stage barely long enough to make SassyFlygon doubt themselves just enough that the edge guard wasn't quite enough. But there's a grab at 0. There's a grab at 0, and
this
there
time
goes
he
Sharp.
Followed the SDI. No. He followed the SDI, but he did not have enough rage to kill. Battlefield, of course, having a really, really high ceiling. You know what? 97% better than to be at 0 against Luigi, because if he had a little bit more rage, that could have most definitely been it. Right now, Sharp looking to take the stock really, really early with those 2-frame down airs. Not able to find them, though.
Yeah, Sharp kind of getting lucky, I would say. Not exactly lucky, but he tried to pull off the SDI mix-up again, and didn't work. SassyFlygon was ready for it and was ready to punish him for it. Still connecting with the uppie, the ending of the 0 to death, but just barely not enough rage and just barely a high enough ceiling, like you mentioned there. SassyFlygon looking for another grab at 0, Sharp barely avoiding it, and there we go. That's probably the exact scenario that Sharp wanted, getting hit right there by the tail end. And okay, trading back air with green missile is not an interaction you see too often right there, but it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like with the way that aerial hitboxes face to each other, it's like that trade was most definitely in Sharp's favor. He was able to get the kill off of it. That move is massive. It covers such a huge amount of space. It spaces itself, really, with the way that it pushes you back. And right now, this is, oh my god, you overextend on shield once. You can't do that at close range against Luigi. You're dead.
Yeah, Sharp struggled the entire time that game with landing on shield. He struggled the entire time game 1, at least from what we saw of it with landing on shield. And Corrin just can't. Corrin cannot land on stream. Or not land on stream, land on shield. Where did I get the word stream from?
Yeah, it's definitely really, really dangerous. Honestly, I feel like if Sharp is going to be playing Corrin for the rest of the set, he's going to have to make some pretty big adjustments. Like, most notably, you have to be, like, so careful about the way that you're spacing yourself around Luigi's shield. You mess up once and you're dead at 60. Not just that, a whole lot more tomahawks are definitely going to do him a lot more favors. But I've also noticed he's had, a lot of difficulty getting a lot of these off-stage pins. But, you know, all that's irrelevant now. We're going to be seeing the Joker coming from Sharp. Said, you know, enough is enough. Going to be going back to one of his tried and true mains.
Sharp bringing out the Joker, bringing out the, oh my god, he got grabbed at 0.
There's no way he's dead.
He's dead.
My god. Oh no.
Sharp, I'm so sorry, dude, but you can't be getting grabbed. What's, you know, honestly, I'm thinking about it now after seeing the Pichu last set with Boys and Wolfie commentating. Maybe Pichu is like the optimal Luigi counter because Pichu is capable of damaging himself. Just can't get grabbed at 0.
Yeah, that's definitely something to note. Really, really smart of SassyFlygon, though, holding his jump, making sure that he's not going to get gunned down into the blast zone. You know, you always have to be doing that against a Joker edge guard. You just hold your jump, just take the hit. You will make it back to stage. You just have to eat that damage. Don't try to fight it.
Yeah, good recovery right there from the deficit by Sharp, bringing it back only at 48% and with Arsene out. Let's see, with the limited time he has left on the meter, let's see if he can rack anything else up.
But now, good use of the side B there. It was like a nice way to retreat, just so you like get back to a little bit of a safer spot outside of Luigi's burst range. And we're still able to get the damage. Wow. Those are pretty nice.
That was
what's the name for it now?
Leo loops is what I've been calling it because I hate LaFable.
I don't know. LaFable just seems to have like a little bit more character and flavor for my taste.
I hate saying LaFable. It just makes me uncomfortable. I much prefer Leo loops, especially because Leo is the most notable player to use them at the highest level.
Yeah. Right now, both of them, like, this is a super even game, at least compared to the previous ones. Down 3 or down B should not kill with good DI. Good DI on Sharp, obviously still being able to live. Dash attack, not going to do it quite yet at this point. Good use of the A-HUD just to, or is that the Aegon, to give himself a little bit of coverage as he is getting back onto the stage. However, he is not lasting a long time on the stage. Just SassyFlygon is keeping him off so long.
Going Arsene again, out again. Arsene has been out for a hot minute right here. And SassyFlygon's actually been doing a great job of just camping out Sharp's win condition, making sure that he doesn't interact with Arsene, with Sharp, with Arsene. Sorry, that was a bit convoluted way to say that. and making it back to stage, actually, right there, catching him with the
oh no,
Cyclone, too.
not the neutral get up Cyclone. Oh no. I feel like every time that like SassyFlygon has gotten back to stage, he like immediately like goes for his fastest button. He goes for spot dodge down smash. He goes for neutral get up down beat, and Sharp is getting hit by so many of these.
Yeah, Sharp. I don't even know what it is, because he clearly knows the Luigi matchup, because he's doing stuff that you would only do in the Luigi matchup, but he's still getting caught by so many green Cyclones. And he got hit by the dare. It didn't spike, but it did send him to the blast zone. Sharp is down to losers, a quick 3-0 going down.
Honestly, I feel like SassyFlygon really tapped into